Cancer, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-June 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Cancerians in mid-June. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Shuffle it up one time, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got for Cancer here? And we're getting very close to your birthday season, my friends, right around the corner. But what do we have? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you could lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Cancer. What energies, messages, insights, all that good stuff. Let's see. Let's get this first card going nice and quick. There's a big focused energy here, my friend. So whether it's something you were highly focused on or somebody else focusing on you, and I'll be intrigued to see if this shows up throughout the reading itself. There's also a lot of abundance here as well, but the focused energy is just coming through powerful. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the June subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk a little bit more about this card. So there's a lot of layers to this, and you see this image of this man, this individual, and he has the Vitruvian man on his head. He's looking at that baby. It's like right in front of him. This person also has angel wings. So I always say, yes, this could be spiritual protection. So for a lot of you, you might just need to hear that, like, hey, your guides, your spirit team, your ancestors, your angels, they're around you, helping you, watching over you, which is good. But as I was mentioning earlier, notice what this angel is doing, fully focused on this creation. So for some Cancerians, now could be a huge time in your life of manifesting and bringing in new creations, new paths, new journeys, which can be really good. But I just can't let go of this focused intent. Okay, so for some of you, there might just be a situation that's like taking up the bulk of your focus. There could be someone that's got you under the looking glass too. It all really depends on how it all plays. Not necessarily a rough energy, but I can't wait to see if this shows up throughout the reading itself. Because like I can't let go of this focused energy. Let's get into tarot though. And I always say the first card here, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. Let's get you 3 cards in the upright, then we'll get into the intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for my lovely Cancer friends, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got? And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled An Important Talk. And I will say this, for a lot of the water signs, I think all of them, there was some importance around communication. So for a lot of you, it was a talk that either needed to be had, or the fact that it even took place held some importance. And that energy could still bleed over for a couple of weeks, so keep that in mind. But we're going to see what shows up for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone else. You know how it goes. Let's get 3 cards out here for Cancer. My guides, talk to me. What do we got for my good friends? Okay. The deck is acting a little funky. It's okay, though. There we go. Thank you. Okay, High Priestess. Big water sign energy here. I don't want to speculate on it too much because it could be a lot of things. I mean, it could even be your energy showing up when the High Priestess is in the mix, but let's get a couple more. And I'll explain why I say that. Very mystical, but there is a shrouded energy when it comes to her. Okay, we do have the 9 of Pentacles in position number 2. Very good. I mean, this is a very solid, stable, sturdy type of energy. Let's get one more out and piece it all together. Thank you. 8 of Swords, so a little stress. So I feel like so far we have a little bit of a mixed bag of energy going on here, and such is life, right? Like sometimes you gotta take them both, right? Roll with the punches, take the good with the rough. But to me, this is a little tense energy on the back end. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, I'm seeing a couple of patterns here, so to speak, because on the split ends, both of these cards do have something revolving around the unseen, the unknown, the intuition could be at play. So I can't wait to really break this down. Now, elementally, we have water, we have earth, we have air. Generally, those could play together pretty well. I mean, there is a possibility of potential here, especially on the front end. But let's go through one by one and really start to build this out, because I have a feeling your reading is going to have a lot of detailed nuance to it this week. So position number one, we have our beautiful, loving high priestess, the matron of psychics, intuitives, and tarot readers. And she is generally connected with the zodiac sign of Pisces. Now, in my personal style, I link her with all the water signs. So since this is a Cancer reading, when we clarify it, it could be something you're feeling, it could be something coming towards you. It all really depends. Now, what are some of the archetypes we think of with the high priestess? She does speak a lot of intuition. So for some of you, Cancerians are well known and renowned for their deep intuition and actually being correct. Like when you really feel like something's in the air, it's like you have that sixth sense, literally, and she kind of represents that. So just know that your empathy, your energetic sensitivity could be extra heightened in this time when the high priestess is in the mix. Aside from that, in spirituality, she's the keeper of sacred knowledge. So for a lot of you, maybe you're absorbing knowledge or learning things. That could be a really nice energy connected to her. But I always say with the high priestess, she's secretive. She's not talking, right? She's not the biggest speaker. So there could be something you're feeling you're not really talking about. With the secretiveness, like there could be the unexpected, surprising energy at play as well, because she is a bit shrouded. So we'll see how this all plays out. I feel like she's very important in the reading this week. Now, as we move to the center, we have a completely different type of energy, but not in a rough way. We have the Nine of Pentacles, lovely. Now, when I see this card, it is so abundant. It is so sturdy. You see this lady standing there surrounded by the pentacles. She has the bird on her hand. So when I see this, I think of blessings, abundance, things going well. It's very solid and stable. It could be an uptick in finances, good in regards to money. But the thing I always say about her is she is fiercely independent. So there is something about either something you need to do on your own or something about your independence where it's like, I got this. It's a very solid, stable energy and it leans positive, that's for sure. But aside from those archetypes, and I always like to give the positive and the challenge of every single card, a challenge with her is she can be a little bit stubborn. She is very close to the finish line. She is so close to the Ten of Pentacles, that full completion, but she's like comfortable here. It's like, all right, well, do I even really want to make that final push? Like, so there's a stubbornness to the energy. So hopefully you're not feeling stuck in some regard. For a portion of you, there might just be something you're dealing with. I mean, you've been dealing with similar things for quite a while when she's in the mix. So we'll see how it all plays out when we get to her. And the fact that she's right next to this strong water card, again, when you mix water and earth, recipe for abundance. So this could be really nice. Where we get the mixed signals is on the back end. We have the Eight of Swords. So you see this person, they're surrounded by the swords. They are blindfolded. So again, that could represent some unknowns, the unseen, a little bit of a fear of the future. A big thing with the Eight of Swords is it could be feeling trapped. It could be feeling cornered. Some of you might have cabin fever. You might need to shake off your regular routine and step outside the regular routine when this is in the mix. I always say this could represent anxiety, nervousness, someone being a little high strung. So although we have some really good possibilities in the front end, this energy is wound tight that we definitely want to take a look at it. Now, another positive of this Eight of Swords is that as fast as it comes in, as fast as the stress comes in, it goes out just as fast. It's not like very sturdy like this one in the center. This Eight of Swords like comes and goes, comes and goes. Like it's really quick like that. So I absolutely want to see, I mean, maybe it's a situation or something you're dealing with. We'll see what's up. I want to dive deeper on all of it, Cancer. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. What do we got for Cancer, please? And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that High Priestess, though. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Cancer, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, High Priestess time. What's up? Why is the High Priestess in our midst? Thank you. Nine of Cups in reverse. Now, believe it or not, I feel like this is a really good energy. Okay, for a lot of you, this could be turning a negative into a positive, which is really good. Now, usually when we see the Nine of Cups in reverse, yeah, this could be someone being a little closed off. So everyone knows that for water signs, specifically Cancer, sometimes you need a little bit of solitude. And I do feel for a big portion of you that could be warranted, that could be needed in this time. just a little time to recharge the batteries or unwind a little bit. Like that could be really good for a lot of you here when I see the High Priestess with the Nine of Cups in reverse. For another portion of you, if you're going through any hard times or challenges, you have the energy and the golden touch right now where you could turn this frown upside down. And that's a really good thing, especially when we have the Nine of Pentacles coming up right next to it. So we have the double nines showing up, number sign synchronicities. This could be really good. Now, I will say this, your intuition could be really jumping at you, thinking like, okay, all right, is this going to turn out bad? Is this going to turn out rough? But I feel in the end, you might have something that you come out on top with. I really do. But I think the big message here for a lot of you is if you feel like you need to step back, if you feel like you need to recharge, if you feel like you need some solitude or me time, you should do it with this energy on the front end. So let's keep moving in onto the Nine of Pentacles. We're not going to overcomplicate the message. Very simple, very easy. Still feel great energy coming towards you, which is really nice. That's claimable for sure. But let's see what's up with the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you might just need to recharge the batteries, refresh yourself a little bit. So let's see what's going on. Why is that Nine of Pentacles here? Two. Yep. Five of Pentacles in reverse. Very, very similar here. And the one thing that I really do like is that we're continuing this combination of earth and water all up in the mix. Now, the Five of Cups, if that showed up in the upright, I would say, okay, that's something you're going to want to watch out for. But the fact that it is in reverse, it does speak to improvement, feeling better, getting better. So I would say for a lot of you, you're going to have some really good days in the upcoming week. The Five of Cups is the River of Tears, right? You see that person, they're a little upset, they're gloomy. It doesn't always have to be heartbreak or anything like that. It could just be someone feeling a little bit down. And we already addressed that here in the front end. Like if you're feeling down, if you're feeling zapped, or if you feel like you need a minute, take it. When I see it in reverse underneath the Nine of Pentacles, this is absolutely, that's something. I don't know why I keep saying the phrase, turn your frown upside down. Something's going to turn that frown upside down. So I absolutely see two possible best case scenarios for a lot of the Cancerians here. And again, we do have this little mixed bag with what we have going on here in the back and with how these are perceived in the classical sense. But again, I see the energy of wins coming in, and they could come in a couple different fashions. One could be monetarily and career-wise. I see improvements and things getting better there, and emotionally with all of this water. So if you've had a ding to your feelers, right? If your feelings got hurt or you've been in your feelings for whatever reason, there could be a win coming in that's going to flip it. That's the vibe I'm getting, like a quick flip, like a quick win, one that comes in and just changes things up. So I like it. Let's keep moving over to the Eight of Swords and see if this energy persists. Because to me, it's more of like a drastic change of energy, which I like in this way. Let's see what the Eight of Swords has to say. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadows. But I'm liking what I'm feeling so far. So let's talk about that Eight of Swords. Thank you. Ten of Pentacles. There it is. There it is. This is like the cherry on top right here, my friends. The Ten of Pentacles underneath the Eight of Swords. Yeah, listen, sometimes things that are worth it aren't always easy, right? It's not always easy to come out on top or get the results that we want. Now, the Ten of Pentacles to me is level up type of energy. This is hard fought. This is well fought, and this could be something paying off for you, like the stress of something finally paying off. Like I do feel for a lot of you, when you see the final result of something, whatever situation you're in, to me, it's like, okay, when you get to the finish line, you're going to understand why it was stressful, or you're going to understand why you had to do what you had to do. It's just giving me that payoff type of energy in a very big way. So I like it. Because with the energy flipping, and then we end off on the Ten of Pentacles, it's beautiful. The complete opposite of what we have here with the Eight of Swords. So the energy is tumbling here throughout the whole entire reading. It's like flip, 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 but in a good way. That's what I like. So let's talk about this Ten of Pentacles a little more. This could represent family things, home, living situation, and this is a card of everything, right? So often when I see it, I see an uptick of the finances. I'm just seeing a lot of stability here. Whereas the Eight of Swords, yeah, it's stressful. It's wound tight. It's fly by night. It's in, it's out, it's back and forth. This is not. This is everything that this isn't. The Ten of Pentacles is everything that the Eight of Swords is not. So to me, this is a massive energy of something paying off for you, whether it's a long-term journey that you've been through, something you've been dealing with and working with for a long time, or not. I feel like the stress of something will be worth it, or the effort. I don't just want to use the word stress, like the effort and what it took will be worth it in the end. This is very rewarding and payoff like type of energy. So I feel for a lot of you, it's like crossing the finish line with something, and I like it. Crossing the finish line and getting a medal. So let's go through and do a quick recap here, Cancer, because I like what I'm seeing. Although like classically some of these cards, we could raise a little eyebrow at them, but the intuition and what I'm feeling is really nice. So I like your outlook for this week, especially if you've been dealing with some things recently. But let's go through before the shadow card. Position number one, we have the beautiful High Priestess with the Nine of Cups in reverse. I feel for a lot of you, you might need a little bit of solitude, a little bit of me time, time to enjoy yourself, unwind. All water signs need that from time to time, just because we experience the energetic world a little differently than most others. For some of you, if you are experiencing a gap between you and your water sign, just know that it won't be forever type of thing. It's like this person just needs to take a breath. Again, I do feel like something turning out better than you thought, and your influence could really help move something along. We have the repeating nine showing up. We also have the Nine of Pentacles with the Five of Cups in reverse. So here's that improvement. And I did say it's like the energy's flipping into the positive. So I get the energy of things going your way, improvement, recovery, all those good things. And it really culminates when we get to the back end, because this is where the energy really pays off. We have the Eight of Swords with the Ten of Pentacles. Now, I will say for some of you, if you have cabin fever, if you've been in the house a lot, nothing wrong with shaking up your schedule and like doing something that you usually do, like have a little bit of fun. But a big thing I'm picking up here is like the journey will be worth it, or the journey that you've been through and the work and everything, even if it wasn't all pleasant, is going to pay off for you in a very big way. So massive payoff energy, cherry on top. And I'm loving the flip of energy here. I'm always skeptical when I see energy flipping the other way, from good to rough. This is flipping in the positive. So very claimable stuff here, regardless of the situation. So please take a screenshot of that if you want to look into it further. Let's get you a shadow card here. Let's see what's in the shadows for the Cancerians, please. Guides and Spirit Team. What do we got? And yes, I like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing. So let's get you one. And if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this shadow card out. Quick, very first shuffle it popped out. Yeah, Nine of Wands. This is a bit of a protective type of energy, a little skeptical, a little on edge. So for some of you in this time, regardless of what I'm seeing with the energy flipping, like, again, we saw it in the very beginning, there might be a situation that you're keeping your eye on, right? You're a little keeping an eye on you, a little leery of it when I see this. Again, our third nine. So you might be seeing number signs, synchronicities. Your guides and spirit team could be reaching out to you in powerful ways, especially with the third nine within this whole spread. Now, the Nine of Wands, sometimes it could be a blockage of some sort. But the main thing I'm feeling here is it's the energy of someone they've been through a lot, right? Someone that's been through a lot of things. They don't want to go through similar things again, and it's like they're on guard for one reason or another. So just know, like, you might be in that mode in the coming days and weeks, or you might be territorial. It makes sense with what I'm seeing here, but I don't necessarily feel like this is something that's shutting you down. So I feel like overall it's good, it's cautious. So Cancer, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give the details of the June subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, my digital calendar is open on mastermetaphysics.com, so go ahead and check that out. And if you got your name in for the May subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced after this weekend's readings. But for the June subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of one of my favorite decks, the Gilded Tarot Royale. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments if you could snap your fingers and visit anywhere in the world right now. Where would it be? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.